Hello. Hello. It's been a while. Today is 7/14/21. So it's 777777. Got two sets of triple sevens today. 7/14/21. So as soon as this show's over, I'm going to be going back to my news feeds to see if anything interesting happened today that may stand out. So we know these occultists, these Luciferians, they love their numbers. And we've seen this happen before in the past, so I'll be looking for that myself. But enough of all that. First off, welcome back. I've missed you guys. It's been about 3 weeks or so since we've done a live show, and I wanted to come on here and first off, just really catch up with you guys. Mostly, here in a little bit, I'm going to jump over to chat. Just talk to you guys in chat, man, whatever you want to talk about, any subjects, any questions, whatever. And then I've got some clips I'm going to show you, some things I want to show you. Just it'll give you a good idea of where we're at as far as the plan that seems to be in place right now. So I'm kind of waiting until a few people come in. It looks like you guys are starting to come in now. And I'll just kind of go ahead and get into it with you. So some of you may know that even currently, both of my YouTube channels, my main channel and this channel, have 2 strikes. And this is kind of why I've been gone for a while. So both those channels have got 2 strikes, mostly for medical misinformation. They also give you a warning. So I passed the warnings on both channels and strikes. So for this channel, one of the strikes gets removed next Friday. That's a good thing. That gives me a little breathing room. With 2 strikes, all they have to do is give you a third and you're gone. And they do that quite liberally these days. So on the main channel, the next strike will be off on the 29th of July. So I'm not doing anything on that channel. I haven't been for over a month. I've been doing videos and shows off of that channel, but I'm going to leave that one alone for now. Wait till that clears, and then I'll probably start doing more just kind of live shows on that channel again, like Where's Your Mind or Calling with KJ or whatever. We can talk. So I'll be looking at more like that. We'll see. But as for now, I'm doing most of everything I do off of YouTube as far as videos go. And all the links are below, and most of you guys are staying up to date on that. So please do. If you're missing my videos or missing what I'm doing, just know that I'm staying active, just not on YouTube as much. So I've been going back and forth with what to do with the live show. It kills me sitting here on all the kind of information I gather every single day, looking around. I don't see it anywhere else. And knowing that, that's what my show's for, is just to get stuff out to you, get information out. A lot of stuff that we don't see in other places. I've missed it. But like I said, with the strikes, that had me a little bit against the wall, as far as doing another show. And also that fell on a holiday weekend, July 4th. So I had a lot of people to see for a couple weekends there. So it all just worked out where I was gone for a few weeks. I stayed in touch on Facebook with the people and also Patreon. The links are below. Check the Facebook. If you want to get on there, my Facebook even got hacked about 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago. And I couldn't get back in. I had it since 2015. So the point is, it's just attacks. We get this, and it's not the blue hairs and the pink hairs necessarily. It's spiritual. And this is what happens. And we're living in a time where relevant information, I'm not the only guy here. Of course, there's tons of people out here trying to get information out. But relevant information, of course, is being silenced. We see this on a massive scale. So that's kind of what was going on. That's where I've been for a few weeks. Again, pulling back on the live shows a bit because of all the strikes and all the, them watching the channels. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, what I finally decided to do is this. And I'll jump into chat in a second. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that now. And here in a little bit, I'm going to jump back over here and I'm going to start showing you some clips of some things I think are really important. You should see. All right, man. So I'm over here on the chat. Let me see what's going on. Say hi to everybody. Mia's here. Thanks, Mia, and Taryn. Thanks a lot, my moderators. Blake's here. Good to see you. Tamara's here too. Cool, man. You're all here, guys. Thanks. Good to see you. Lucy Jane says, it's gone crazy in the UK. So many brainwashed people. Acoustic Earth. Hey, man, I missed you guys too. Thanks. Reviving Real News. Yeah, thank you, sir. JG Reflections. Both my Reflections and Patriots chat were deleted and access denied. 5 years of work and interviews gone. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Again, that's everywhere, right? It's everywhere. It's crazy. In fact, okay, so I'm looking at other places to do a live show, and I was looking at Rumble, as a possibility, and then also here's another one I found is a Odyssey as a maybe, but with Rumble, I just uploaded a new video a couple days ago. That's another thing that took me a while to make. This last video I made it's one of the toughest ones I've made in a while, just because it's really rough material, and it's very disturbing. It is now. That's what I do. You have to expose evil. You have to show the evil. I've been doing that for years. There's people that always complain, not many, but some. Why do you focus on darkness? Why do you da da da? And it's like you're exposing evil. It makes me think of Christians in Egypt. I picture like some Christian in Egypt years ago, many years ago, surrounded by people, and they're like, man or woman, whoever it is, a Christian in Egypt is saying, look, Pharaoh's a bad guy, there's bad things are coming. And everyone around him is like, dude, why are you always focusing on that dark stuff? Somebody needs to relax. Take a chill pill, brah. This kind of battle, though, has been going on forever. It's a battle for information, knowledge. Jesus told us his people perish for lack of knowledge. And I think a lot of that knowledge, obviously, is knowledge of what the enemy's doing. And even admitting there is an enemy, a lot of people don't think about that or think about Satan or what he's up to. I think a lot of more religious-minded type people think that's evil to do or it's bad. Oh, you shouldn't think about that. We focus on the godly and heavenly things. And it's like, I get that, but you need to know your enemy because he's winning right now with everything that's taking place. Now, speaking of that, speaking of the poison program, which is the subject matter that keeps getting my live shows in trouble in the past year, or the recent past, here's what I'm looking at doing. I'm going to go ahead and do a KJ's What Happened this Friday. I'll schedule it later, like today or tomorrow, but I'll put it up. We'll do a KJ's What Happened this Friday. And just ahead of time, you got to know, man, I can't cover any of the poison type information on there. Okay. There's so much other stuff I can show you. We were doing shows way before this thing even started. So there's a lot of other things I can show you. I just have to keep that part out. That being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another live show once a week, probably over on Odyssey, I'm thinking. I was looking at Rumble, but so, I just uploaded this new video a couple days ago. It's pretty rough material, but it needed to be made. I was driven to do this. With everything I make, I get obsessed with it. But so I put it out, and the next day I go to my Rumble and it's gone. I got a 404 message. Rumble deleted my video, my newest video. I went to my email. There's no notifications. There's no explanation why. It's just gone. Like I saw one comment was at 12:01 p.m. and then that's the last message I got from Rumble. It's like they just removed it. So it's totally gone, man. So even Rumble, and I like Rumble. I even like Rumble more than BitChute. BitChute's very toxic. And BitChute's under a lot of attack. I mean, there's still a good purpose there. I'm glad there's a place I can put up videos and there is a community there that's building. But, in the near future, a lot of these things are going to be gone. I will get into some of that with some of the clips I'm going to show you in a little bit. But, the truth obviously is under attack. And once the 7 years start, once the Antichrist is out on the main stage, everything's going to be pretty blatant and right out in the open. And, there won't be KJ's What Happened every Fridays, or other shows like that. I really think it's going to be crazy. We may even have to move to ham radios or something like that to communicate. Now, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. We don't know. This is me thinking out loud, but we'll see. Either way, we see the trend continuing. We see it getting worse as far as censorship. So, why is it going to stop? Especially if Satan's about to indwell a human body on this earth for 7 years and have full control. Why is that censorship going to stop? I wouldn't see it. All right, let's see. I'm going to remove that pinned comment so I can read the stuff here. Here we go. Read some of the comments. I'm just kind of going down, saying hi to you guys, talking to you for a bit. We'll get over to some of the clips in a little bit here. Let me go and get caught up on the chat. So what do you guys think about that, man? We'll do KJ's What Happened on Friday here on KJ's What Happened channel. And then I'm going to figure out a place to do a live show. Like, so I was looking at Rumble. Everyone's like, do Rumble. But Rumble charges $100 a month to do it. I mean, that's what I have Patreon for, so I could just put that towards it if I needed to. That's fine. But I'm not sure about Rumble now that they took my video down. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm still going to post my other videos up there and hope they stay. I'm still going to use Rumble, but I'm not sure about the live platform. But the other day I was on my Odyssey account and a message popped up asking if I wanted to try live streaming there. I was like, yes, I do. So I'm going to tinker with that over the weekend, figure out how to do it. Once I get it to where it'll work, I'm going to start doing uncensored shows once a week on Odyssey. Right now is the plan. And that's just going to be a show where I talk about all the poison program, all the poison information, because there's enough of that every week popping up that I'm finding that I could put into a show, maybe an hour long, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but it'll just be its own show, uncensored, with that kind of information, because there's a lot, and showing you all the people who've been experiencing this, and in a negative way, we'll say. But that'll be that. So what do you guys think about that? You think that's a pretty cool idea? You think we should go ahead and go with that? And I'll jump over here and look. Linda, I don't like BitChute. Odyssey is much better. Yeah, BitChute is filled with, I remember when YouTube started doing this in 2015. That's what I believe is when it started, is sending in these massive psyops in the comment sections. And I've talked about that for years. You'll see they're all on scripts. Like this has been happening for years, but an example is, I would notice within just a couple, 3 days that I'm getting the same message on different videos from different YouTube channels. And one of the ones that always stood out to me, I've talked about this before, is always when questioning my mental health. Like, you'd see people saying in their comments, I'm really worried about KJ. He sounds unwell. Or, what happened to KJ? He doesn't sound like he's thinking clearly. Things like this. All right. I've seen other YouTube channels comment about this too and say they've seen it. So I mean, that's an example of one of the kind of psyops that take place here. And is it bots? Maybe. But, we've seen, even one of Obama's buddies wrote a book about this, about these online kind of gang stalking groups through the government that get in comment sections and everything else and just create these false realities online, trying to push a narrative. So we know that's out there. There have been whistleblowers and people who did this kind of work who've come out and talked about it throughout the years. I've shown that in some videos and shows. So we know that's a part of it. But yeah, man, over on BitChute, it is just super toxic, man. I mean, and there's no way to block a channel, which sucks, over on BitChute. You can't block anybody. You can delete their comment. But man, it's just, they keep you busy. There's a lot of that overtly racist type stuff. Nazi type stuff, a lot of that stuff on there. And even that, I don't know if it's real or if it's just government groups pushing that, because that's the narrative. Remember, Bo Jiden not long ago said the number one threat to America is white supremacy. It's the number one threat to America, he says. And all this goes back to the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, through Obama, and the MIAC report, MIAC, you can look that up. But these were written up essentially turning the Americans into the enemy of America. But these Americans that are the enemy are, of course, Christians, conservatives, Republicans, people who own weapons, things like this. We already see that. So anyway, we're seeing all that really come into play now more and more. All right, let's see, moving on down. I'm just going to kind of jump over the chat for a little bit, say hi. Man, I've missed talking to you guys. And again, I'm sorry it's been a while, but there's a lot going on. And sometimes with me, I would rather just retreat a little bit and be silent and let kind of the dust settle. I could make a point, and just get right back on these channels and, talk about what I want and then get shut down. And then what good is this? I'm the martyr. Oh, look, I got my channel taken down because I was telling the truth. Well, that's not uncommon these days. It's happening all over the place. So it's a time where, you got to be wise as the serpent, of course, gentle as the dove, but wise as the serpent. And my plan is to try to keep everything I've done throughout the years online as long as possible and wherever it needs to be. It's because I believe in what I do. I know it's effective and it helps, and I just want to keep it out there, and then of course keep producing new stuff as well. So that's what we're doing. I'm rambling. Moving on. Jumping down. Man, chat's going pretty quick now. We are getting some people in here now. All right. So I'm going to scroll back. If I miss a comment or question or whatever, sorry, I'm going to keep trying. And Ava Cat, hey, good to see you. Lady Pug ran over by a goose. What a name. I love it. Lady Pug ran over by a goose. That paints a picture. Lady Pug ran over by a goose. Hey, why are you so sad? My lady pug got run over by a goose. People that get closer to God act different, born again, and worldly people think you're mentally ill when you're finally living in God's presence. You feel alone, but finally more alive than ever. Beautiful. I love it. That's great. That's good. Moving on down. Barclay Alsop. Hi. Let's see. Just reading some of these. Hi, Kelly. I got the best mods ever, by the way. Thanks, guys. Missed you guys, too. Good to see you again. Hey, from France. Ziggy Star 2 Dust. How are you? Hey, thanks for checking in. Hope y'all are doing good out there, man. Macron, what a creep. Did you guys know that Macron's wife is a PEDO? You may not have known this. This is, what is his name? Something Macron. I can't remember his first name, but the dude over in the dude in France, no, the president of France, something Macron. But he met his wife when he was 15 years old and she was 40, and she was his school teacher. You can look this up. This just goes to show you, again, that systemic Satanism, which goes along with, of course, the pedo stuff and all the rest. But she was 40 years old, a school teacher. He was a 15-year-old student. She left her husband and 3 children to be with Macron, to be with the child. And they're married still, and you can look this up if you think it's nuts. It's true. It's crazy. Kane Z, how you doing? What's new with me? Man, just getting back into it. Dropped a new video a few days ago. Felt good about that. Finally getting it done. Working on new stuff now. I'm starting to, I've got a lot of those compilation type videos out I wanted to do, and now I'm missing my narrative videos. So I'm starting to do more narration again, and I'm working on one about Cruella, the movie from Disney. That one just, it stands for a lot of things you may not even realize, but I'm working on that one now. It'll be up shortly. Moving on down. Shell W thought they got you. Nope, not yet, my friend. Not yet. Not yet. We're protected. Remember that? Oh, they still get some people sometimes, don't they? But hey, if it's your time, it's your time. And what a way to go out, getting taken out by the Illuminati or Deep State. What? Third World Assassin Masterpiece. Another cool name. Wow. Third World Assassin Masterpiece. Let's talk about William Cooper. Let's. And I lived in Los Angeles, and I was just on the verge of waking up to things. It's right around the time that I made the first scariest movie ever made, like in 2007. That's the first so-called conspiracy theory book that I ever read, and it blew me away. It was Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. And I've put William Cooper in a lot of his clips are in the Scariest Movie Ever 2020. I think I put some in the first one, I'm sure. It's got to be some William Cooper in there. But yeah, huge fan of William Cooper. Throughout the years, he's proven to be one of the real ones, one of the good guys, a real truth teller. And fantastic, man. He's tons of what he had. Hour of Power was his radio show. You can look up, I think it was called Hour of Power with Bill Cooper, William Cooper. You can look that up. Yeah, I believe he's one of the good guys. Shared a lot of truth. Man, years ago, I mean, he was exposing so-called Illuminati symbolism, in movies and stuff like that. He wasn't going to the specific movie and TV show, but he was talking about that kind of thing years ago. All right, let's see here. Moving on back to the chat. Let's see. Thanks, Chelsea Leg. Daniel Crown says, can you turn me into a weapon with a phrase? Because when I sleep and wake up, I'm different. Gosh, I'm not sure, Daniel. Daniel Crown, can you, or is it tune me into a weapon with a phrase, because when I sleep and wake, I'm different. Sheesh. They have all kinds of strange technology, but if you feel like you're personally being targeted for whatever reason, or that this is an issue, or I know people say it's the easy answer, but I think it's the best. You pray about all these things first. Pray for protection. Pray for clarity on your situation to understand what's going on. And I hope that helps you, man. Netted 41. Hey, man, thank you. I know I was gone for a few weeks. I feel bad, but I explained it earlier. I'm back. Sometimes you just got to pull back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. Thanks, Rob Beers. Good to see you, sir. Dan Gizome says, I missed you. I thought something may have happened, like what happened with Jeff C. Thanks, man. You know what? I actually have kind of a, oh, someone's calling me. I actually have kind of a plan in place in case something happens to me. I mean, of course, I had a heart attack like 4 years ago. God, I can't believe it's been 4 years. Time really is flying. It really is moving fast. So possibly things could happen, but I always pray for protection over my heart. I pray that I get to stay here through to the end. Hopefully that means the Rapturo or the Harpazo, but if not, then at least there's a time then. You get 7 years. You get 7 years to deal with what's going on. And you can either spend it, running and hiding or fighting, or I'd like to think trying to help people, build communities, whatever it's going to be. We can only imagine this right now, But anyway, moving on. Stephanie Torres. Yeah, many channels are being counterfeited. Yeah, there's somebody not long ago created a whole new scariest movie ever channel. And this is that happens all the time. Man, there was one. This is from back in, I started getting attacked a lot back in 2015 and 2016 here on the channel. Like I said, that's when a lot of that kind of the truther wars, I called it, started. And all these people just started turning against each other, Christian truth channels, making videos exposed, on each other, and just started getting really ugly there for a while. And I was getting my fair share of attacks. But somebody actually went out, created a whole new The Scariest Movie Ever channel with my thumbnail and started uploading every single one of my videos. By the time I got them stopped, they had put up hundreds. Who does this? And you can still go back. I have no idea which show it was. It's probably, I think it's one of my Catching Up with KJ shows from back in the day. You go back and find that one. I show you guys where all that happened. I show you the channel. I asked you guys to help report the channel to get that taken down. Why were they doing it? I don't think they were doing it for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was back in the day when your views mattered. You wanted your views on your channel. It was a little bit different back then. It wasn't quite, it wasn't near as crazy as it is now with censorship. But back then, so it actually still functioned. I could still get hundreds of thousands of views on a video just by putting it out there. It used to be that way with the channel. Yeah, but yeah. So, it was different. But anyway, that was just one example of one of the weird things that kind of happened back then. Moving on. Okay, I just got caught up again with the chat. So I'm going to scroll back a little bit and just kind of hang out with you guys, man. Is that okay? Let's just hang out. The Hour of Our Time was just the show. Okay, thanks. Hour of Our Time. Thanks. Living in America. Let's see here. Thanks, guys, for setting me straight on that. Clinton called William Cooper the most dangerous man in America because he knew how to organize. Interesting. This Mortal Coil, what's up? I know you. Says, what do you think of Russ Dizdar? I think he's great. I've been reading some of his work throughout the years and mainly watching his talks. But yeah, I believe Russ talks about the Dark Army, the Black Army, the Satanic Army. And I've shown that in a lot. He's not the only one who's talked about that. I mean, in fact, in the last video, I had a clip, about a 10-minute clip of a lady that came from a, quote, Illuminati family, connected through the Mormon church. But even in there, she's talking about how there's tons of people that are programmed through all this. There's tons of altars and tons of people who are being programmed for this stuff. And that's kind of similar to what Russ Dizdar talks about, this kind of programming that's been taking place for many years through the occult, through the secret societies, And it essentially, there's an army of people living amongst us, walking amongst us, that's set for the programming when that time comes to just create chaos, kill, murder, whatever it is. But they have, its alpha programming is one thing they do, where they can literally program you to be a killer. And I'm sure that before this, great day comes where they just go boom, set them all off. I mean, they're already doing little missions as it is, right? Different ones, different parts of the world, different parts of the country. They get turned on to do whatever it is, and they go do it. And there's been, Russ has talked about that. It's been taking place in churches, different witches' covens and satanic groups infiltrating churches for years and years and years, becoming pastors and priests. And all of a sudden, you'll get some of these cases come out where all these kids are being abused, and they actually find the real satanic connections to this stuff. So yeah, it's absolutely taking place. So Russ Dizdar, yeah. Russ Dizdar. Cool name. Dizdar. Let's see here. Moving on. Hi, TIR. Nice to see ya. This Mortal Coil, great band. I know. That's what I thought. It's when I first saw that. This Mortal Coil was a band from late 80s into the 90s, right? This Mortal Coil. Let's see what else we got. Tracy Worley. Hi, Tracy. Yep. Have you seen all the birds that have been dying? Yes. That's another one that I've got a couple clips on that I haven't been able to show you guys in a few weeks, but I'll put that out this Friday. This Friday is going to be catch up with my KJ's What Happened. And once again, it's going to be all the information I can show you except for stuff in relation to the poison program taking place. I'll mention this again at the end of the show because I know people kind of come in as we're going, but I'll be doing a separate show each week with all that information, most likely on Odyssey. So I'm trying to figure that out. But here's the other thing, guys. Maybe you can help me with this. The thing I'm not crazy about with Odyssey and doing a live show is the whole reason I have the scariest movie ever.tv is so I can put stuff up and know it's never going to go away. That is a safe place for everything I'm doing. It's like $4 a month or $50 a year. I'm not crazy about asking for money from you guys, but at this point, it really is about evading censorship, keeping stuff up, and that is a safe place. As I said, they're going after other sites now. They don't want the truth out anywhere. You think they're just going to stop on YouTube? No, they're going to start going after these other sites as they have been. So that's a place I can always keep stuff. But that's what I don't like about Odyssey. It's not that it's on the blockchain that I mind so much, but I think when a site's on a blockchain, I don't think I can download the video. Am I wrong? So you guys let me know. On Odyssey, am I able to download a video? Because if I could do a live show on Odyssey, I'm guessing it stays there like they do on YouTube. And then I could just somehow download it, and then I can re-upload it like to the scariest movie ever.tv and maybe over on BitChute or something. I don't know. What do you think about that? Anybody? Yes? All right, cool. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for listening for 6 years. Thank you. You can download on library? Okay, cool. Thanks, man. That's all I needed to know. Dark Ultra says, I'm starting to think this COVID wackiness is really never going away. No, sir. They don't want it to. It's pretty crazy, man, because where I live, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Oklahoma. I mean, it's like it never even existed. Oh, people are blowing me up today. But it's like it never even existed. I mean, it's like we're totally back to normal. So, yeah. Zwitterin, but will it last? I don't think it'll be in segments like everything has been. It'll be, state by state in America as they dismantle it. That's the way I believe. See it. Zwitterian Bro says, KJ, do you still have a Facebook? Yes, I have a new Facebook. The link's below, guys. I mentioned that earlier. My Facebook got hacked about a month ago. I had it since 2015. I can't get back in. That's the second one I've had hacked and taken over, essentially. But I have a brand new one. So, yeah, please check the link below, and that's a good place to stay up with me there. Odyssey is front end for library. It's peer-to-peer platform. Okay. So on library, I can download. All right, good. Dorothy, thanks, Dorothy. Hi from Europe, from Alina. She says, have you seen the mess in France? Yeah. Have you seen the mess around the world, right? It seems like they just had the what was it, the G7? So, and of course, this is all I say Illuminati, but like the leaders of everything meeting somewhat in secret and planning out the next phase of what's going on. And now that that's done, have you seen South Africa? I want to show you some clips in South Africa. It's falling apart. Nigeria, they assassinated the president. It's Nigeria, right? I'm going to put all this together. Like I said, this Friday, we'll have a better view of all the things happening in the world now because a lot is breaking out. In France, I'd mentioned Macron and his weird relationship with his teacher/wife, ex-teacher. Moving on up here, still just kind of checking the chat, saying hi to guys and gals. And here in a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and jump over here and I'm going to start showing you some clips. There's a couple of things I put to the side I wanted to share with you. Yeah, Haiti. Yeah, Haiti. Thank you, Haiti. Haiti's where they assassinated the president. And a lot of people believe that was because he was about to expose things about the poison program or go against the kind of poison program, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, Shawnee Dogs. Hey, what's up? It says now they're pulling the cases up with the Olympics in Tokyo in a few days. I just saw that news this morning. That in Tokyo, it's going to be a lockdown, right? I mean, they're going to have the Olympics, but no people are going to be able to go there because they're saying they have all these new cases and it's getting crazy. And we've been talking about that forever, guys, again, about what the next phase was. And I've talked about that in my KJ's shows forever, the new variants. And of course, now it's coming. I'm very, I'm a little nervous about it because I have a lot of people in my life that I really love and they have both of the doses, if you know what I mean. But I'm kind of curious and a little concerned about what the fall is going to bring us, the fall season. And we'll see. That might be when the next phase kicks in. And is it really the variants? I don't think so. Obviously, it's the stuff that's already in a lot of the people. Because, see, they're not fully safe. Every day I'm seeing new stories like, oh, you still need to put your mask on or social distance, even though, and there's still a lot of people who got it and are still coming up with the C19. We already know this. I won't have to talk like this on my uncensored show when we talk about this stuff more, but I got to play it cool here with this. But and then there's the 5G aspect of all this. I'm putting together a narration video about some of the stuff, interesting things we're finding, graphene and some other things. See, I can't talk much about it. Isn't that a shame? But it is what it is. So I will put all this together and we'll have an uncensored show within a week. All right, I'm going to take a look at Odyssey and see what we can do. I've even thought about just recording something just on my own and then uploading it, to a couple of the sites. But I like the community aspect, obviously. That's a whole thing, is we want you guys to be able to communicate and talk. So anyway, moving on. Let's see here. Can you do another awards show? Yeah, I've covered some of those in my videos, little bits and pieces. Just had Little Nas X was in the BET awards show. Another ritual for the final pharaoh, which is the Antichrist. And while he is performing in the background, he had UFO pyramids, the pyramids with the UFO lights floating. And as you all know, most of you know, about a month ago, the Pentagon released footage of flying pyramid UFOs, flying through the pyramids, shining and flying through the sky. This is mainstream stuff. So everything's falling into place. And there's another one that I'm waiting on the Olympics, obviously. It'll be interesting to see what that opening ceremony will be. So if there's anything there, I'll find it and make a video on it. But yeah, I've touched on some of the award shows, man, in recent videos. Even Doja Cat, I've a couple of her recent performances, the iHeart Radio Awards. She was next to a television in a cornfield, and even the television, the announcer on the TV was saying, flying UFOs, pyramids, or yeah, flying pyramid UFOs. Check this out. I'm pretty sure he said the pyramids were flying or the UFOs are flying, but it's a UFO broadcast. And of course, the UFO comes down and she gets taken up at the end and she's dancing with all the grays, so there's that. So there's a lot of programming for the UFO stuff, and I've done a few big videos on that recently. Dare not call them aliens, or do not dare call them aliens is one you should check too. And the stage is set for Satan's Great Delusion. It's another one. So then Doja Cat was also in another performance. I can't remember which show it was, where she was wearing a representation, I believe, of the pit, a big black pit on her belly over her boobies. And then they had an actual black pit in the background with a Freemasonic floor colored in rainbows and insects coming out of the pit. They were praying mantises, but still. So yeah, I see this stuff, and when I do, I'll put it in things. But it's been a while since I've seen a show what was it, Eurovision, where it was just packed. I did what they secretly told us at Eurovision. I think it was in 2019. Man, that's one of those videos. I loved making that because I was finding so much stuff. But man, it was just packed with stuff. So we'll see. I'm always on the lookout, though, man. I'm in the game still. Like I said, it was been a couple weeks. I was kind of knocked back a little bit there. But we're good. I'm back at it. I don't quit. I'm obsessed with this, man. I can't quit. This is all I think about. It's all I like to do. So even on that note, a huge shout out to the Patreon and PayPal supporters. Sorry, it's been a few weeks. I always feel bad about the two. It's like, oh, crap, man. They're going to think I'm just not doing anything anymore, or I'm done, or, I don't know, whatever. But just thanks for understanding and hanging in there with me, you guys. Thank you. All right, let's see. Going to scroll on down a bit more. Just checking out the chat. Seeing what's going on here, and then in just a moment, let's see, we'll jump over here and do some of these clips. I think I'll go ahead and do that now. All right, let me go ahead and show you a few things. Let's switch it up a bit. All right, just some clips I put together, some things I want to share with you, and let's do this. All right, guys, so now, again, this is more mainstream type news about that subject, okay? So I can share this, but as you may know, the program, remember just about a week ago or so, Bo Jiden mentioned that he was going to send out these strike forces. Strike force. Doesn't that sound welcoming and inviting? Strike force is coming to your front door to talk to you about, what? Poison program. Can't wait for the strike force to show up at my house. So welcoming and inviting that the strike force is coming to see me. But anyway, it's already happening. I mean, within a week, I've got a few clips here, but let's just check some of this out, man.
Shenandoah Health District, teams are going door to door to tell people about vaccination clinics and answer questions. One group was in University today, and our Bruce Young was there to see.
It may have been raining, but these folks were still out going door to door.
We are able to hit a community with flyers and knocking on doors, talking to people, to give them the information so that they can make an informed decision as to whether they want to get vaccinated or not, or when.
We're still chugging away at making sure people are vaccinated or have information that they need to feel empowered to make the best decision about their health, about the vaccine.
They're actually from FEMA, supplementing the efforts of the Central Shenandoah Health District. And it's not just flyers. Although they leave one when no one is home, they're also ready to answer questions and even help out.
They're serving us in multiple capacities. I mean, obviously, public awareness is huge, but also identifying people who really are experiencing barriers, and they might want the vaccine, but they haven't been able to get one.
A lot of people that we've talked to are already vaccinated, and then there's the group that are hesitant, so we provide them with the information. And there's always the group that are not going to get vaccinated, no matter how many flyers we give them. But, it's human nature, and that's what it is.
And apparently it's working. They say people regularly show up at clinics with the flyer in hand, saying they heard about the vaccinations from the team.
It has been wonderful. I think it's
I love how happy the announcer is. Just so. It's just so sweet and gentle. Here's the example I just heard. I love this.
That's what it is.
And apparently it's working. They say people regularly show up at clinics with the flyer in hand, saying they heard about the vaccinations from the team.
Saying they heard about the vaccines from the team.
These people, this whole thing is just, it is wicked to the core. All right, here's another. This over on BitChute.
Different reasons, though.
Talking about the COVID vaccine could be coming right to your doorstep. Starting today, the Mecklenburg County Health Department launched a new Doses to Doors program. Health department workers giving out shots right there at your front door. This is part of an urgent push to make getting vaccinated easy. And we can tell you this new program started this morning in West Charlotte. We knew a few people who took advantage of it. WCC Charlotte's Chloe Leschner explains how this first day went.
There are many different reasons why half of the population in Mecklenburg County still hasn't been vaccinated.
No, I haven't been vaccinated yet because I didn't have the convenience to get around to getting there.
All it took for this West Charlotte man to roll up his sleeve was the health department and medical director, Dr. Meg Sullivan, bringing it directly to his door.
It's a little bit more flexibility for me now. I don't have to worry about in the next 2 weeks. Worrying about, who got the disease or who I may be around to have it.
But so many others are hesitant or don't trust it. It's why volunteers with Action NC are going door to door to give the facts on the shots.
It's not confrontational. It's not like you've got to get the shot. But our whole job is to dispel those type of rumors and things.
And sometimes a conversation.
Take your time and think about it.
Leads to the choice to get
And see, what if you could, when these people show up, what if you just took your phone and could find a little compilation video of, people who've been hurt by this and just say, have you seen this? Are you familiar with this? Or show them some of the information that comes out that's counter to everything that they're promoting. Just an idea.
Protected. Now the volunteers can guarantee it gets done. Health department workers close by with shots, removing barriers and making it so simple it's hard to pass up.
But we're hoping this will switch from just getting a commitment to getting an actual shot in the arm.
There you go. Targeting all kinds of folks. Remember not long ago, there's all the videos coming out of them going to the old folks' homes and also going to the people who are mentally handicapped homes and putting it on them. Yeah, I remember that. Now here's one. Here's another. Oh boy. See, this is one I don't even know if we're going to do it. I'm praying that KJ's What Happened channel sticks around. This one does. And we make it through, Friday, KJ's What Happened, and we make it to the following Friday where the strike is released. One strike is released. If not, like I said, I'll be doing uncensored shows somewhere, most likely over on Odyssey. And then I'll probably just have to, if it happens, just quit doing the show? No, I'll have to start somewhere else. I may have to go create another KJ's What Happened channel, and then I'll let you guys know about that if that happens. But I'm hoping and praying that if we abide by the rules and we don't talk about the poison thing so much, at least, have our own opinions. You can show mainstream clips, it seems, but you can't have your opinions. But we abide by those rules, we can do a KJ's What Happened show with everything else happening in the world and then go from there. Like I said, do the uncensored show where we talk about all the stuff. This right here is a really good clip, though. It doesn't talk about poison stuff. It just goes to show you that it kind of explains itself. It's very interesting.
COVID cleaner. COVID cleaner. You for real? The fuck? That's something out of fucking... Sorry, bro. Do you really have to wear that? Do you really have to wear that? What are you doing? Why are you taking photos? You're not even doing it. You're just doing that for paparazzi. Why are you doing this? You're not even cleaning. You're not even cleaning. You're just taking photos. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not even cleaning. What are you doing? Is this for the media? Is this for the media? Who are you? What are you doing? You're taking photos for the media. Why are you dressed like that? Why are you dressed like that? You're taking photos for the media. What? Helping! She's not doing nothing, girl, here to make fear in people's heads. There ain't a pandemic. Take your mask off and all. Look, you're taking photos. You're not even doing it, but listen. All you're doing is taking photos. That is all you're doing is taking photos. Like, what are you doing? Now take it off. Now go around the corner and take another photo for the media. Go on. Work for the government. Fuck the government.
Wow. Wow. This dude's legend, first off. That was a great rant. There you go. There you go. And while all this stuff is happening, and I've put this in videos in the past as well, it's just it really is the lunacy of everything, that as they're pushing this program, it's a program plotted out. It's a plotted out program. As they push the program, we still have plenty of this kind of nonsense going on. Watch a little bit of this. But when I see this again, it's just the lunacy, isn't it? In case there's a copyright on that stupid song. It's sickening. And a lot of these people, it's not that I'm like hating on the people so much, but it's just their ignorance. These people. Or it's also a bit of narcissism with some people. They instead of getting the truth out or talking about anything that matters, they just want to look cute and dance for TikTok and get some views. Oh, goodness. And this is when we were told that hospitals were full and people were dropping left and right. What are we going to do? World's going crazy. All right. Yeah, just honk, honk, right? Honk, honk. Here's one that...
27 years later, came out of city. What you say?
Let's see if I can find the clip. There we go. CIA predictive programming of deadly, that word right there. And this is from the X-Files. 1994.
Sir, you can't go in there.
What's his wife? Well, what would you recommend?
I'm military. Answer me right now.
Right away.
Would you tell me she just appeared?
Sir,
Who did this to her?
Sir.
I want to see her admission forms. Who did this to her?
Tucked him in my pants. There's plenty of room down there.
You look down, Mulder. Tell you what, you're welcome to come over Saturday night. We're all hopping on the internet to nitpick the scientific phone government.
He goes by the name of Thinker.
This guy's a hacking genius.
What?
The Thinker reports the protein chains are the byproducts of branched DNA.
Branched DNA?
The cutting edge of genetic engineering.
A biological equivalent of a silicon microchip.
This is way beyond cutting edge. This is technology 50 years down the line.
What's it used for? Could be a tracking system.
Developmental stages of a biological marker.
You mean a high-tech identity card?
Or something as insidious as grafting a human to something inhuman.
I'm probably going to put a clip of this in a video I'm working on with some of the kind of info of all this, but and I'll show you a little more, but I think I could probably get away with showing you that bit. There you go. There it is. Yeah, if you haven't heard about what's happening in South Africa, man, I meant to put another clip up. I was going to show you. I'm not sure if it's the current, because I think there might be a new president of South Africa, but a recent president, maybe it's the same, if not the most recent president, called for this. South Africa is a window for us. It's a mirror for us to look at for what is coming to America, I believe. It's already on the way. It's happening in some states as we speak. Total collapse. Total collapse. So they have created a bit of a race type war out in South Africa now. I'll show you some clips here in a little bit. Let's play some of this here.
South Africa has gone down in the way that we currently are, with the rise of Black Lives Matter and the socialist takeover of this country. We have this to look forward to. We have South Africa. We have total destruction to look forward to. To give you some details as to why this is even happening, we go to this BBC article. At least 30 people now have died in the violence engulfing parts of South Africa since the country's former president, Jacob Zuma, handed himself into police last week. Almost 800 people have been arrested in the unrest, which began as protests following Zuma's jailing on Thursday. But protests turned violent over the weekend with fires set, highways blocked, and businesses looted. The military has now been deployed to help the overstretched police.
It's like a scene out of a movie, isn't it?
Zuma was convicted of conspiracy and corruption, turned himself in for arrest, and then his supporters went absolutely nuts. So we're going to play some of these videos, but I wanted to lay the groundwork first here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with a little flashback for you. Here's Johannesburg, 1962, from British Pathé. Let's roll it.
The Golden City, South Africa's Johannesburg. 70 years have brought a small township to rank with the world's richest cities, and it's still growing fast.
Let's just keep this playing in the background, and we'll just roll with some of what Johannesburg looks like now.
Gold mining, of industry and commerce, Johannesburg creates enormous wealth. More than 1 person in 3 has a car, a fact reflected in the city's design. This is a city of trees and parks. There are 270 of them, ranging up to the 136-acre zoo. In the warm evenings, it's one of the delights to sit in the parks, listening to an orchestra while watching the children play. But around the boundaries of the city are huge testimonials to the energy and effort with which man has created Joburg.
Let's go back to 1962 now.
Which the gold has been removed.
This is like industry, creation, production, mining. People hard at work. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And back to current day, we have a gunfight in the street. Craziest thing about this video, let's play that video again. Because I guess this is just what happens when you live in a place like South Africa. Let's play this shooting video. Let's actually bring the audio up this time so we can hear the sheer amount of gunfire. And let's roll that video whenever we can. Because the amazing thing is, the people filming this literally are standing like 15 feet away, and they're not in cover. You can see at one point, the person turns around and like there's no, I'm thinking that there's cover and they're like behind a wall filming this happen. No, they're literally just standing out in the street, like 15, 20 feet away from this gunfight. Look, there's no cover. To the bone. All right, next clip. Here we go. Reminiscent of Black Lives Matter, but again, just on a larger scale, just massive looting taking place here. People wheel away appliances, stripping grocery stores bare. Just absolute insanity. All right, let's go to the next one here. There's a truck stop being burned off in the distance. People carrying mattresses away from stores, just looting. I'm sorry. This is CNN. You see the peaceful protest here. There's actual citizens throwing Molotov cocktails at trucks that are carrying looted goods. Here's some guys just driving around in a truck shooting at looters as they drive by, as the entire world collapses into total chaos. Here's I think this is called the China Mall in Durban, South Africa. Completely in flames, completely gutted and destroyed. All right, moving on here. This is a unbelievably huge fire that can actually be seen from satellite. The smoke billowing out is so massive, absolutely huge. This is a video of the South African police getting in on the action. Yeah, this is a South African police van now being loaded up with looted goods. Yeah. This is a little preview. Like I'm looking at a crystal ball. This is incredible. Here's farms being burned. So, not like anybody needs food, right? We're just going to go ahead and burn the farms. After all, they're owned by white people. So go ahead and burn them down, destroy them, destroy the food. After all, it's not yours. So they must have stolen it from you. So you must destroy it now. Build nothing, create nothing, destroy everything. Here's looters breaking through a fence, a walled off compound. You see, after the rise of the ANC and the communists there in South Africa, they became the Rainbow Nation. The Rainbow Nation, just like how America is headed towards, means that the wealthy will be protected behind very high walls, barbed wire, and private security, while the rest of the country simply collapses outside of the walls, collapses into chaos, destruction, and death. Yeah, here's another just absolutely massive fire, a fire of justice, I think, right? A fire of freedom, a fire of reparations, I would imagine. This is just, this is what you get, civilization. This is what you deserve. How dare you jail our incredibly corrupt, incredibly incompetent president? How dare you jail criminals? We will burn this civilization down. Yet another fire, taking an entire mall, reducing it to ash, destroying the livelihoods of tens of thousands, folks. This is the tame stuff. Here's Johannesburg. Yes, beautiful Johannesburg, seat of culture and civilization in South Africa. You can see here some of the South African citizens making fun with one of their national pastimes. That's right. Grab all you can and run, boys. It's looting time in South Africa. We'll be right back with more.
All right. So there's that. And there's just some more footage of South Africa there. Okay. Interesting clip. Now, like I said, I'm going to be doing a little compilation as far as how the NWO is really forming quickly, especially since the most recent G7. And here's a really good example of that. It's from Charlie YouTube channel. They even misspelt the words on purpose because they know they're probably, targeted words at this point. But see those two words? It goes even deeper than this video. We'll go ahead and let it play. This young lady will explain.
Have you all heard about BlackRock? I'm going to fill you in. Pay attention because I have stumbled upon something that is just insane. So who's BlackRock? Robert F. Kennedy tweeted the other day, BlackRock and Vanguard are the two largest asset management firms in the world. And if you haven't heard what they're doing, BlackRock is buying every single family house they can get their hands on or they can find, paying 20 to 50% above asking price and outbidding normal home buyers. Well, we live in a country of capitalism, right? Why is it so bad? Is it? Let's talk about that. Well, number one, it's driving inequality. It's driving the price up so high that normal home buyers cannot afford to purchase these homes. Not only is it affecting our economy drastically, BlackRock is pushing home prices out of reach for many Americans, and it's also using its vast influence to make sure you can't have firearms in your rental. BlackRock proudly says it's time to take action on guns, and we may use our voting power to influence that and your rentals. There's so much on this that I have to make a part two, so go to the next video. So we're talking about BlackRock and why it's important and that you need to understand what they are doing to our economy and around the U.S. So BlackRock has 9 fascinating facts, but I'm not going to talk about the 9. I'm only going to talk about one. This is Larry Fink. Okay, well, who's Larry Fink? It's very important to know who he is. So Larry Fink is the Chief Executive Officer of BlackRock. And I stumbled across this tweet that said Larry Fink sits on the board of trustees at the World Economic Forum. I've talked to you guys about the World Economic Forum and their plans for 2030 that you will own nothing and you will be happy about it. You can go to the World Economic Forum website and there's plenty of articles about it. So again, why is this so concerning? Should it concern us? Well, even articles like this say BlackRock is now the 4th branch of government And this article that says $20 trillion between them, BlackRock and Vanguard could own almost everything by 2028. So why should this even matter to us? I'm sorry, I've got to do this part 3. You've got to see what I uncovered. Okay, final part 3, about why you need to care about BlackRock. So why does it matter? Why do we even need to research this? Why should we even care about the World Economic Forum, Larry Fink, BlackRock, buying up all kinds of stuff? Because here's why. Besides all the amazing things that I just laid out in part 1, part 2, and now part 3, this right here is the reason you need to watch this, and you need to educate yourself and understand what in the world is going on. So go to this website right here, right there. And tonight, I want you to watch Who Runs the World, BlackRock and Vanguard. What is uncovered in this video, more than any other documentary I've ever seen, will blow your mind. The things I've been talking about, the World Economic Forum, the 2030 plan, sustainable living, and things I can't discuss right here, right now, will literally blow you away. Have you all heard?
Wow, right? So I'm going to be doing more following up on all that information, and I'll put that into something that I'm working on now. Like I said, it's a narrative where I'm talking, but it's about the everything happening right now, how quick it's coming. Another door-to-door. I think we saw that same clip earlier. Am I allowed to play trailers on here? There's a couple trailers I was going to share just to show the way I see it, how blatant it's all becoming. But my most recent video covered a lot of the stuff, the dangers children face in this system, we'll say. And what's weird is here's a new movie coming out about a little girl. See, a lot of these movies, and we see it all the time, they have their children's films. A lot of the time it'll have a children paired with a beast, or a children paired with like a giant. And you have that TV show. I've covered it in some videos in the past as well. I think one of them was called, my video is called We're Dealing with Monsters. The movie or the TV show is called Big Mouth. And it's all about young little kids like 11 to 13 or whatever, going through puberty, and they're guided through puberty by a beast, by a horned beast, a creature. And now you get this new movie coming out called Turning Red, about a little girl that, you'll see. I don't know, man. When I saw this first time, I thought it was really crazy because it reminded me of furries. It's like now you've got this movie, the little girl that turns into a furry, and furries are degenerates. It's a degenerate movement, and this isn't just to make fun of those people. I mean, this is a wicked system, and most people don't have eyes to see, and I always remember that. That's why I don't, I'm not pointing fingers and at people. It's sad. But yeah, most people don't have the eyes to see, but the furry thing is certainly degenerate. It's where grown people put on these furry costumes, look like animals, look like that, and they have intercourse with each other. So there's that. There you go. Okay, Big Red. This new movie is called Habit 2021. This trailer was released 2 days ago. I'll try to show some of this. Yeah, and it's, sorry, I know that's kind of gross, but it's filled with that. Let me see, where's a specific clip I was going to show you.
I should have listened to you.
All the money and all his fucking drugs are gone, okay?
All right. 1865. I'm going to look that up. Here we go. Here's this one.
That light. Whatever. Show me that light. You're a fucking badass.
Yeah, so you kind of get the idea. It's trash. It's trash. It's all about these women dressed up as nuns and committing all kinds of crimes, partying. There you go. There you go. What was the house number? 1865. Let's see if this is anything here. Flowing free run liberty. No, not quite. Figured I'd check. Okay, here's another one. More of your NWO handlers and leaders telling you that they are the authority when it comes to any information that you need to know and not to trust any other sources. Okay? Keep that in mind. These are the arbiters of truth.
We'll share with you the most up-to-date information daily. You can trust us as a source of that information. You can also trust the Director General of Health and the Ministry of Health. For that information, do feel free to visit at any time to clarify any rumour you may hear, covid19.govt.nz. Otherwise, dismiss anything else. We will continue to be your single source of truth. We will provide information frequently. We will share everything we can, everything else you see, a grain of salt. And so I really ask people to focus on that.
A egregious example of that appears to be this text which originated in Malaysia and has become a viral hoax in Australia and in New Zealand. How irresponsible is it that people are sharing that news of a lockdown imminent in New Zealand?
Yeah, and look, that's the kind of thing that adds to the anxiety that people feel. So I continue to share the message. New Zealanders must prepare, but do not panic, prepare. And when you see those messages, remember that unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth. And I really ask people, just visit covid19.govt.nz. It has all of the up-to-date information.
Wicked to the core, these people. Wicked to the core. I'm going to save that for later. More South Africa. I had a lot of that up there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now here, someone did a fantastic compilation. Anaki77. I want to subscribe to you, buddy. Great compilation. This is definitely going to go in one of my videos soon. And they're no longer hiding it. That's what's really great about this clip. You know, these are the kind of things we've been warning people about for, at least for myself, over a decade. And now it's coming out of their own mouths. It's right here. Check this out.
Today is the first full day of the New World Order. Outdoor gatherings are limited to 2 people. Exercise is allowed, but no further than a 10-kilometre radius from your home. Browsing in shops is not permitted. Only 1 person per household may leave to do essential shopping. And from tomorrow, funerals are limited to 10 people.
This is a world pandemic. It's a 100-year event. So you can expect that we will have transmission from time to time, and that's just the way it is. We've got to accept that this is the new world order. We've got to accept that this is the new world order. This is the new world order. This is the new world order.
Today is the first full day of the New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order.
I want to be straight with you. There will be no return to the old normal for the foreseeable future. I repeat, there will be no return to the old normal for the foreseeable future.
So people assume we are just going back to the good old world which we had, and everything will be normal again in how we are used to normal, in the old fashion. This is, let's say, fiction. It will not happen.
A vaccine on its own will not end the pandemic. Surveillance will need to continue. People will still need to be tested, isolated, and cared for. Contacts will still need to be traced and quarantined. Communities will still need to be engaged.
It is a big idea. A new world order. We can find meaning and reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves. A shining purpose. The illumination of 1,000 points of light.
It's no longer a theory. What I'm about to say is fact. The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret. They have planned and are now leading us into a one-world communist government. This is terrorism of the most worst kind, brought on you by our own government.
To lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
Today is the
There you have it, folks. What do you think? When you have it all together, it's why I love compilation videos. And you put all the information just together in one thing, it really hammers down the point. So, but yeah, you'll be seeing that clip again in one of my videos. Now we move on to this. Some of this, potentially a death sentence. White House goes off on this right here. So we know where that's kind of heading. Democratic National Committee and Beau Biden allies want phone carriers to vet those kinds of messages. So like I said, man, it's not just going to stop on YouTube or stop on Twitter. This is part of the program, and it just continues forward. That's why people like myself keep having to dodge and weave and jump on this site and go to that site and try this one out. And that's the time we're in. You know, I'll keep doing it. Of course, this is what I do. It's what I love to do. And I know that it matters to get information out, especially outside of the mainstream narrative. So let's move on. And then lastly, if you didn't know, I mirrored my entire YouTube channel over here on Odyssey. So you can find it there. There's a link below if you want to check it out. But this is where I believe if I do live shows over here, this is where they're going to be. So like I said, I'll figure that out. I'll let you know. I'll post it up somehow. Maybe I'll have more information by this Friday when we do the KJ's What Happened show. But let me jump back over here. It's about all I wanted to show you today on all this as far as the clips go. Let's go back over here and we'll throw on a little background. There we go. A little warm fire for us to hang out next to and just chat. So I'm going to jump back over here to the chat room now and wait till it slows down a bit. Always goes very fast. I'm getting caught up now. See everybody moving real fast on here. There we go. We're about down to the bottom. All right, so I'm going to pull back a little bit and just kind of check out some comments and hang out for a little bit longer here. Let's see. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it, man. Cool. I just, yeah. Just saying hi, y'all. Steve Mandelbrot. What's up, man? You've been around for a long time. Thanks. Ocean Waves. Hardy Har. Lord Malthus. How y'all doing? Thanks, guys. Thank you all for being here. Joss the Boss. What's up, Joss? Says it's early here in Australia. Well, thanks for getting up early with us, hanging out. All right, guys. Hey, you know what? So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the show now. So like I said, I mainly wanted to show you guys some of the clips. Check all my links below for anything. I've got a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week live chat set up over on Discord. A lot of people like that over there. You can, if you meet people here on these shows and you want to continue a conversation, you can go over there. You can even go into your own rooms and speak to each other. It's really cool. That's up there. Of course, I got the scariest movie ever.tv. I've been uploading a lot of my older videos up there as well, just to kind of keep it packed. And so that's a good place, mainly, as I said, because it's a place they're not going to rip my videos down or my shows. There's no censorship there. From the beginning, I was told this, and so far it's been great. So that's a good spot. And then there's all the other places. I've got free places, of course. I put up all my stuff as well. So check out the links. I've also got a, I haven't checked my mailbox in a couple of weeks, by the way, if you've sent anything. So I've got a mailbox down there too. And I'll let you guys know once I find anything there, if anything's there. And always a big shout out to the Patreon and PayPal friends out there. As I said, guys, I don't like being away for too long. And I didn't choose this. This happened, it started because of all the strikes on this channel and on the other channel. That's why I had to pull back for a little bit. I stayed busy working on a new video I just posted a few days ago. Please check the links below to find it. Rumble took it down, so it's no longer on Rumble, but you can find it on my website. Always check the website. Big shout out, of course, to my moderators. Guys, I missed you. Thank you so much for being here. It's always good to see you. Once again, guys, we'll do a show on this Friday. We're going to try on this channel. Still have 2 strikes on this one, but we're going to try a KJ's What Happened on Friday that's going to be all the information outside of the poison program that they're doing, okay, which is what they're getting everybody on YouTube for. And as I said, I'll find a separate place, most likely Odyssey, within the week to do a show on there and uncensored. And then I'll take that show and upload it to the scariestmovieever.tv and most likely BitChute, okay? But even BitChute, like I said, is under a lot of attack, and all these other sites are under attack. So we'll keep dodging and weaving and bouncing just to keep information flowing. That's what it's all about now. And once again, I appreciate y'all that support the work so I can continue doing what I do. And just thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you. Guys, I always like to end these live shows with a short prayer. So if you don't mind. Heavenly Father, first off, thanks so much for all these wonderful people. Everybody out here listening, thanks for this group, this community. Thanks that we still have platforms to talk to people and just share information. And even on that note, Lord, I'll pray that if it be in your will, you protect today's show, protect Friday's show, and that you protect this platform, protect this channel. And if not, Lord, for whatever reason, I pray you'll guide me to wherever the next place is to go, just so I can continue sharing information and sharing the things I find with the people. Once again, Lord, thanks for all these wonderful people. These are crazy times. Many people are having struggles. Many people are dealing with a lot of fear. I just pray, Lord, you touch everybody's heart out there listening. Guide all of us. Pull the fear out. Give us that spirit of peace and help us to clearly see what you want us to see in this world and how you want us to live. How you want us to continue. So thank you, Lord. I love you. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys really so much once again. You know, I missed you. I appreciate that you're still here with me. I'm back. I said it was just a few weeks, but I'm back. I've got more videos I'm working on now, narrative videos, and these are shorter and quicker for me to make. So I've got some of those in the works now, and just keep your eyes on my different platforms, guys, and you'll see everything coming out. So I'll be posting within the next 24 hours KJ's What Happened for this Friday, 7 o'clock p.m., and can't wait to see you there. I've got so much to show you. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good week. I'll see you in a couple days. Lord willing, the channel still be here. And if not, we'll figure out the next path, okay? So until then, God bless y'all. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.